Welcome back, dear listeners, to a very special episode of Shell's Spooky Stories. I'm your host, Shell, and tonight is no ordinary night. This isn't just another spooky tale. This is our 1-year anniversary and Halloween itself. And I've saved the darkest, deepest horrors for this moment. Tonight we'll descend into ancient blood rites, cursed folk legends, and forbidden truths buried by the church and forgotten by time. So dim the lights, bolt your doors, and prepare yourself for Samhain's Children, a Halloween history of horror. Before science, before streetlights, our ancestors feared the dark, and with good reason. Each year, as autumn slipped into winter, the Celtic people celebrated Samhain, a sacred, terrifying night when the veil between the living and the dead grew thin. Not to honour the dead, but to survive them. I spent the past year researching the hidden histories of Halloween, and what I discovered disturbed even me. In the restricted archives of the Trinity College in Dublin, I found a suppressed manuscript from 1542. It's the account of Father Michael O'Connor, a missionary sent to the remote Highland village called Craig na Dun. The villagers still keep Samhain, he wrote. Not out of love for pagan gods, but fear, bone-chilling, soul-crushing fear. They spoke of night walkers, the dead who returned, not to visit, but to claim. The church tried to destroy the manuscript, but one copy survived. And now, so does the legend. The Slewer and the Wild Hunt. You've heard whispers of the Slewer, the unforgiven dead, but these aren't just tales. I found police reports from rural Ireland dated as recently as 1963. Let me read you one from the O'Brien farm. October 31, 1963. Found family hiding in root cellar, window sealed with rowan. Mrs. O'Brien hysterical, claiming dead soul swarmed the chimney. Physical evidence circled of dead crows. Claw marks on the roof. Investigation inconclusive. The report was sealed. The officer resigned the next day. He never spoke of it again. But that wasn't the only thing hunting the night. Across Scotland on Halloween, people hear the night ride, phantom hooves, hounds, horns. I spoke with Margaret MacLeod, now 87, from the Isles of Skye. It was 1948. A storm rolled in like it had purpose. Then came the horns, the hooves, the howling. My grandfather threw salt at the doors, covered every window. We huddled all night. At dawn, the McAllister house was empty. 7 people gone. Their dinner was still warm on the table. Gone without a trace. In Dublin's St Patrick's Cathedral, Halloween brought something worse than ghosts. It brought the dead bells, phantom tolling from the sealed tower. In 1987, the bells rang at midnight, but the tower was locked. The bells had been removed for restoration. The guard on duty reported hooded figures walking through stone walls, carrying candles that burned with black flame. The incident was sealed, but through, let's call it creative research, I obtained the report. It ends with one sentence. We cannot explain what occurred, and we will not try. But what truly chilled me was what I found in the west of Ireland. Ancient fairy forts, still feared today. Locals won't go near them, especially not on Halloween. Why? Because of the disappearances. I found 17 missing persons cases over the past 100 years, all on Halloween, all near fairy forts. In 2019, a student named Sarah Murphy went to film a documentary, only her camera was recovered. What it showed, the police will not reveal. But the detective who viewed the footage said one thing. Some things aren't meant to be explained. Some things should stay in the dark. The Jack-o'-lantern's curse. We think we know the story of Stingy Jack, the man who tricked the devil and roams the earth with a lantern. But buried in 1783 court records, I found a far older version. A man named Jack O'Malley was found dead on November the 1st, his body twisted in terror. In his hands, a carved turnip. It glowed, but the coroner wrote, "The light comes not from flame, but from something far worse." 3 nights later, his corpse vanished. Every Halloween since, people have reported a glowing figure on the roads, feet never touching the ground, turnip in hand. And whenever he walks, shadows follow. Even trick-or-treating has dark origins. In ancient Scotland, people left offerings outside, not for children, but for something else. A 1923 diary, I found a chilling entry. "We leave food out every Halloween. The year the Macphersons forgot, scratching at their windows all night. Next morning, every mirror shattered. Their baby, spoken in tongues for weeks. I saw what came to their door. They wore children's faces, but they were not children." I've spent this past year buried in darkness, interviews, evidence, stories the world doesn't want told. And I've come to one conclusion. Halloween isn't just a holiday. It's a door that opens every October 31st. The Celts didn't celebrate Samhain for fun. They did it because they had to, because the old ones still watch. They understood, if you want to survive the night, the rituals must be kept. Wear the costumes, light the lanterns, leave the offerings. Because something waits in the dark, something old, something hungry, something that remembers when we used to feed it more than candy. So this Halloween, dear listeners, when you hand out sweets, when you carve your pumpkin, when you hear a knock at the door, just remember, you're not just celebrating, you're participating in an ancient ritual of survival, packed older than memory, because on this night, we don't just dress as monsters, we wear masks to fool the real ones. Thank you for joining me on this very special Halloween episode. This is more than a milestone, it's a warning and a remembrance. Until next time, stay safe, follow the old ways, and keep your lights on.
And if that tale gave you chills, don't forget to feed the spirits. Hit that like button, subscribe so you never miss a haunting, and share this story with your bravest friends, the ones who don't mind a ghost or two, whispering their name at night. Your support helps keep the veil thin and the stories flowing. Until next time, stay spooky, stay curious, and whatever you do,
don't look behind you.